Merry Kwanzaa, everyone. Yes, I have on one of my traditional, I forget what you call these hats. It's African. I've got a few that were given to me by a friend. Man, I haven't seen, I always forget the Boogaroo player that I used to play with, who was friends with Fela Kuti. Seriously, people. He used to go and stay with Fela, and he gave me, I have some African hats. This is one of them. So this is for Kwanzaa. I'm taking it off though. I'm not a hat person. Whenever people see me wear a hat, they say, "Ooh, Dereck, you should wear a hat." No, I wore a hat when I was a kid. Happy holidays, everyone. I made a little list because I have some information I want to try to share and not forget. We'll start with holiday-related stuff. I sent a link to Facebook yesterday that the latest Rome for the Holidays Cocoa Art compilation CD or download is out. I'll put the link below the video. Cocoa Art is a loose collective of people that I am a part of, and this is the 4th year that we've put together basically a holiday compilation of music. It doesn't have to be holiday related, but we call it Rome for the Holidays, and this is number 4. It's a free download. I always make a physical copy myself, but there's a new track on there by myself. It's a blues track. It's just me goofing on the blues. I did it for Dave Matisiak, who is the main guy behind this, but there's also a new In Dreama track. I'm not on the In Dreama track, but it's a new track. There's a Flowers Forever track. There's tracks by Coyote Bones, Todd Fink of The Faint, and other folks you probably know. And Brain Worlds, that's what I'm playing now. This is the Brain Worlds track from this. I just love Brain Worlds. Now there's 3 others, and you can download them for free. I always make physical copies because it's more substantial to me. But all 3 of these go back to 2009, 10, 11, 12, yeah. And each year, each one of these has something by me on it. Coyote Bones, people from Icky Blossoms. It's free, pick it up. I really like this Brain Worlds track. And the track that I put on there this year is a blues parody. I did it for David because we had been talking and he just said, "Oh, I just wish you just do it just for the hell of it." I said, "Okay." And so I did it for the hell of it. So my track on the new one is blues. Love Brain Worlds. Hey Mason, if you're watching. His tracks on the other ones are exceptional too. Okay, Rome for the Holidays, yeah. I spent Christmas Day, part of the day, in a recording studio working on new stuff with David Matisiak for potentially his next Coyote Bones record. Well, it's a studio that's been in Omaha for a while. It's been under several names. It was originally called Studio C, but now it's called Make Believe, and it's a fully professional, I think it's a Wakefield studio. Some of you folks know what that means. And I met the new guys that are running it and was really impressed. Honestly, Rick Carson, Noah, a couple of the other guys. Turns out I had played with Noah's band in Kansas City while on tour with Kleeman once. But Rick Carson moved here from Detroit, and he's about making records and engineering. So we got to vibe it and stuff, and I talked to him, and so I went ahead. They have their first releases out, Make Believe Records. So I went ahead and bought one. They gave me one. I'm going to work with these folks, definitely, you know, as far as making plans. A connection was made. I'll probably do some recording there. I didn't mention this to them yet. If y'all happen to see this, I'm going to talk to you all about doing a record with you, besides me doing my own records on my own label. So I picked up one of the 2 records they have out so far. One is by this local hip-hop crew called Con Chance. and this is called Calm Kids. Now, this is a silkscreen cover that Make Believe Records, that's their logo. They're able to do silk screening. Now, this one, thankfully, I agree with, well, this is just fair. This is, you know, this is not a very... Why was this chosen for a cover, for fuck's sake? It's terrible, okay? Now, I told Rick, and I told the guys down at Make Believe, you know, I'm very honest, and I'm critical, you know, I know what I like, okay? And they said, fine, bring it on. Because I told them, you know, I'm probably going to talk about your records in the studio. So the most impressive thing about this is the fact that it's made. Some of these tracks are okay. I think I'm too old for hip-hop to really impress me much. Every now and then I hear some. Mostly I want the people to shut up. I want to hear the music. Let me hear the tracks. I want to hear all the talking. I'm going to keep going on the Brain Worlds. I haven't listened to the whole thing, but the Brain Worlds really gets me going. At the same time, I want to promote this and encourage these guys. Excuse me. Chances are I'll probably be talking to these guys about doing a show with me for my residency. The other record that they gave me is more impressive all the way around. It's the local. It's not Lightning Bolt. It's a local band called Lightning Bug. Here's the cover. Now this impresses me. The silkscreen job, the artwork. A friend of theirs did the artwork. Very nice. And this silkscreen turned out well. You can see the logo better. Make Believe Recordings. Turns out these records were pressed where I'm getting my current record, Sonospheres, pressed through Palomino. And this is clear vinyl. Now these records are pressed decently, so there's a chance that my test pressing could be here today. I hope so, or if not, it'll be here by tomorrow. The other nice thing about what Make Believe is endeavoring to do is that every record they're gonna make vinyl releases, but every vinyl release will also include a physical CD. I like the plan. The other thing that's cool about Make Believe Studios is that they bought a record presser. They're going to press records. Rick showed it to me. It's not completely set up. He says in a couple of months he should be up and going. Depending on how that goes, that would be a godsend if I could just press my records locally. So that's very exciting news to me. Played some bass on laid some bass down for a track for David Matisiak's next Coyote Bones record. It reminds me, I thought I was prepared, but I wanted to show Coyote Bones because some of you folks might really like what David is doing. And I'm on this, Coyote Bones. This is the second Coyote Bones release. This is on our label, Coco Art. Yeah, I consider it my label too. There's kind of I'll put some of this on, okay? I think the main point I'm trying to make is this. Folks that are interested in collecting my work, here's another record that I'm on that you can buy through Coco Art. The same place that you can get the Rome for the Holidays free download. This is for sale, and it's nice. Nice, neat color vinyl. I'll put it on. Go, Mason. I had listened to Rev by Merc Ultra Vivid Scene. I'd been playing them and someone mentioned they thought Rev was the best, and last time I listened to Rev I didn't think so. so I listened to it again, and I see why they said that. This album was him trying to go in a new direction or try to push it, and then it broke up. But Coyote Bones is in the background, and this is some real, kind of almost country-sounding, rural kind of music, folksy. I like David's voice quite a bit, though. I like it a lot. But as I said, one more thing about this album, Niobrara by Coyote Bones. If you're collecting me, I understand some of you folks are trying to collect stuff that I'm on. Here's another vinyl record that you can buy. Limited edition to 300, it's supposed to be 300 copies, but it was 500 copies. But apparently they got a little overrun, so there's 523 copies. This is number 4. It's pretty good. So I'm excited. That excited me to meet Rick and Noah and work with them and talk to them, because they are excited about music. Young people excited about music. Really into it. I love that. So that's what's going on. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, besides the art residency that I'm about to start next month, I'm planning to work with Make Believe Studios, you know. I'll do some session work for them. I'd like to record some tracks down there. We'll see how it works, you know, get started on my next record, you know. David is good. Haven't been playing a whole lot of records. Been busy, you know. Tim Guthrie stopped by yesterday. He and I have been invited, where we're scheduled to be guest lecturers as part of the University of Nebraska's series Masters in Music. We're both chuffed and impressed to be asked to do this, because it has a really pretty cool history and some fairly illustrious names in their roster. So that's in February, and Tim's going to be presenting on his artworks, a particular exhibit that he did that I was a part of, which this works out nice, you know. Partially why he asked me to do it with him. And then my part is on an artist. We've already talked about it, but my talk is going to be about how I'm slightly anomalous. When people meet me and I tell them I'm a musician, seriously, 70 to 80% of the time, people just automatically jump to the conclusion that I play blues or jazz, or what feels like is the first thing they do is they put me in a box and they stereotype me. And I know that's not what they mean to do, but that's how it always comes off. That's not why I'm like I am, but I'm definitely not a roots oriented, and that's going to be what part of my talk is about the artist as a mobile object, as not being tied to roots. Anyway, I'm excited about that, and so I'm looking at planning my first artist residency show after this talk to piggyback it and then get... Anyway, that's how I'm looking at it. So that's something else that's going on. Mostly what I have to talk about is my personal business regarding my music, and that might be, it's snowing, that's why I keep looking out. I love watching the snow. It's just light right now, I just love it though. But it appears that 2013 will be a year of work. When I quit my job in March this year, I focused on making records, but also relaxing and resting and just kind of getting recentered. And it kind of feels like it's time to ramp up the work and get more accomplished, and things are falling into place. Yeah. So let me see if there's anything down here in my pile that I haven't shown musically. Merry Christmas, everyone. Tony Amuro. There's the card back there. Mr. Fartboy, thanks for the card. So yeah, I played Rev by Ultra Vivid Scene. It's good. It's good. Have I played anything else? Yeah, I pulled this. The Three Ring Circus, Grooving on the Sunshine. This is like a studio project trying to cash in on the psychedelic boom of the 60s. This was made in 1968. And it's really pretty jazzy, actually. Really well played. I imagine the Wrecking Crew, Hal Blaine and Joe Osborne, those famous musicians from the studio are the guys on this, because it sounds like them. It's really well played. I like it. The only other thing that I have out that I played recently on vinyl and really enjoyed was Ice Cream Castle by The Time. And my favorite song on here is My Draws. Some funky stuff. This cat right here, Terry Lewis of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, the guys that produced Janet Jackson's hits. Terry Lewis is originally from Omaha. He was famously quoted years ago as saying that one of his favorite things to do was to just go over to Prince's house just to watch him play bass and stuff. That was a stretch. That was a stretch. He was talking about my brother. Terry Lewis used to come over our house to watch my brother James, jaw dropped, playing bass, learning. How convenient to say that it was Prince. It was actually my brother he was talking about. True story. I'm on here. He can watch it. Somebody can try to start some shit and say, "Hey, Terry Lewis, you see what this dude said about you in this video? Look what he said." It's the truth, Terry. You know it. So like I say, here's David's Coyote Bones, you know. You know, this is that type of music where if I didn't know David, I wouldn't give this the time of day, you know. Because I know him, it helps, you know, but the form of music to me is thoroughly uninteresting. But as a musician and a person, I love him, and I like his songwriting. I do. Anyway, folks, be well, and I'll talk to you again soon. Again, maybe I'm getting old. It's like, wasn't there something else? There's always something else. Hopefully my test pressing comes today. I'll see you.